Okay, we're on Shabbat, Perek Kaf Gimel, Mishnah Hey, fifth Mishnah in the 22nd chapter of Shabbat. So we're going to talk about an interesting Mishnah that actually the Bartanura says is not even halachic. So let's just read the Mishnah. Harochetz b'mei me'ara. If a person washes himself in mei me'ara, in waters in me'ara, in a cave, ubemei tiveria, or in the waters of Tiveria, v'nistapek, and then he wants to dry off. Now, just for you, so you know, okay, harochetz, when you wash, there's a din, there's a prohibition that's against washing. The Chazal made a prohibition. The Gemara says against washing on Shabbat. And that's I'll write it for you. It was called Gzerat Mishum Merchatz, a Gzerat HaMerchatz. Because Gemara said that what happened was like Merchatz. Okay, Merchatz is a bathhouse. Because what happened was, well, what's the problem? I go to the bathhouse, I take a shvitz. What am I doing wrong? Problem is that the owners of the bathhouses, in order to make the shvitz, had to heat the water, and they were violating Shabbat. So the Rabbanan said, the Chazal came along and said, okay, no more bathhouses on Shabbat. Okay, so therefore, the problem of harochetz, what do? Either you say that's before the Gzeira, or you say that it's Mei Tiveria, specifically only in Mei Tiveria, because Mei Tiveria they were not afraid that you would warm Mei Tiveria because they're naturally warm. Okay, so what's the problem is, what do you do with Mei Me'ara? So some say it was talking about where they warmed up the water beforehand, but that's still a problem of merchatz. So others say that it's harochetz. What if you did it already? You did it b'diavad. You violated the din. Okay, so therefore you violated the din. Now you have to dry off. V'nistapeg. You have to dry off. So the Mishnah says the following: Afilu be'eser aluntiot. Aluntiot are like towels. They're cloths. Okay, he says they're sididim shemekanchim behem, sheets that you dry yourself off. In our language, towels. Lo yivi'em biyado. You can't bring them biyado. You can't bring them with you home. Okay, if one person dries himself off, he can't carry them with him. Why? The Bartanura says, Lo yivi'em biyado letoch beito. You can't bring them in your hands home from the merchatz, from the place that you washed. Afilu al yedei iruv. Even if there's an eruv, why can't you do it? She'en kan isur hotzah. There's no problem with hotzah. Ela gzeira shema yishkach v'yischatem beva'o. You'll forget and you'll squeeze them out, because when you're done with your towel, you would squeeze it out. It's a little different than we use our towels, because our towels, you never get them that wet. You just leave them out to dry. Aval, but asara b'nei adam mistabim be'alontit achat. 10 people, if they want to dry off with one towel, pneihem yedehem v'ragleihem, they wash their pneihem, their face and their hands and their feet. So they want to dry themselves off after they wash. And the Bartanura says, certainly if they wash their whole body, okay, mivi'inotam biyadam, they're allowed to bring them. Why? The Bartanura says, why can they bring him? Because if there's more, okay, even if 10 people dried off, he says, afilu chada alontit, one towel, la'asara b'nei adam, for 10 people, it's going to be wetter than one person with 10 towels. Nonetheless, afilu hachi mivi'inotam biyadam, he can carry it home, and we're not worried shema yischatua v'lo gazrinan. Why? Ho'ilu merubim mem. There's a lot of guys, and they're all going to remind each other, hey, don't squeeze out the towel, because it's an isur of schita. And the Bartanura just says, as I mentioned at the beginning, we don't pass him like this. One person could bring his towel home. So I guess this would be relevant if a person went to the mikvah, had to go to the mikvah for whatever reason on Shabbat. In that case, he would be permitted to bring his towel home with him. We're not afraid of schita. We'll stop here. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to email me, as always, at my email address, rspolter@gmail.com. We'll dedicate the learning to the memory of my father, Rav Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman. Have a good day.